Hi, welcome back to Real Reviews. This is Cody Williams, and we are talking about the movie House of Gucci. It is the newest film to come from acclaimed director Ridley Scott, who just so happens to take a turn at a true story that is based on the best-selling novel. Ever since I first saw the previews for this particular film, I knew right then that this movie could be really worth checking out. The movie story follows Patrizia Reggiani, an outsider from humble beginnings, who marries into the Gucci family. Her unbridled ambition then begins to unravel their legacy and triggers a reckless spiral of betrayal, decadence, revenge, and ultimately, murder. I have mixed thoughts about this movie, but ultimately, I loved it. It's not one of Ridley Scott's best works, but it's definitely worth checking out. From a storytelling point of view, there's some noticeable room for improvement, but I'll get to that later. For now, let's talk about how extravagant this movie is. From the pristine cinematography, elaborate costuming, and amazing acting from everyone, this movie makes for an interesting watch. As far as the acting goes, we have a star-studded cast list ranging from Lady Gaga, Adam Driver, Jeremy Irons, Al Pacino, and Jared Leto. After her award-winning performance in 2018's A Star is Born, I have always appreciated Lady Gaga's acting capabilities. Right then, I knew she was going to be a fantastic addition to this wonderful film, and she does not disappoint at the slightest. She is absolutely stunning in this movie. Another show stealer was Jared Leto, who plays the eccentric Paolo Gucci, who is mostly patronized by the whole family. Jared Leto's performance as this character was wacky and over the top, but somehow it just works. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if he got an award for Best Supporting Actor out of this movie. I do enjoy Adam Driver, but his character in this movie was way too subdued for my liking. As far as Jeremy Irons and Al Pacino goes, you can never go wrong with them. Either way, I had so much fun with everyone in this movie. As far as the character dynamics between Lady Gaga and Adam Driver's characters go, I feel that there's no emotional attachment for the viewer, which leaves the events that happen during the latter part of the film feel insignificant. Until before now, I have never known the actual true story behind the Gucci family and brand. So, this movie was a complete breath of fresh air that adapted a great story. However, I just wish that the story was more concise. Give or take, the movie runs at 2 hours and 30 minutes. There's a lot of scenes throughout that drag out more than necessary, and there are scenes that don't add much to the overall film itself. This bloated overlong movie could have greatly benefited with a shorter runtime that got more to the point. By the time the film starts to wrap things up, it feels rushed and it definitely shows, because there are some weird editing choices made during those last few moments. It's hard to describe, but it's really offsetting and it completely takes you out of the movie. I really wanted to like this movie, but it was not a gravitating experience that I was expecting. Overall, House of Gucci is not entirely bad, despite from the fact that it does suffer from inconsistent pacing and lackluster post-production editing. This film had the potential to be something fantastic, but with certain choices made, that was squandered. It's not an overly fascinating film, but if anything, this movie is just above average at best. I give this movie a B-. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Keep up my real reviews.